Hello, welcome to this session on using Trig addition formulae. I've looked at the examples and the questions in the Edexcel Pearson textbook, and I've adapted a couple of those just to make my own examples that I'm going to walk through and talk about the method. Here we're given sine A is negative 4 over 5, and we know A is between 180 and 270. Cos B is is negative 5 over 13, and B is obtuse. Okay, well our next step is to complete the set of trig values that we have to play with. We've got sine A, so I want cos A. Now, we all know something useful, sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. So we're going to do that here. Rearrange that, and I know cos of A will be positive negative the square root of 1 minus sine squared A. Well, what is that? That's 1 positive minus square of sine A is 16 over 25. So we're going to end up with positive or negative 3/5. Well, is it positive or is it negative? We know that A is between 180 and 270, which is here, this bit of the graph. Cos is clearly negative between 180 and 270. So I could say, okay, cos A equals negative 3 over 5. Negative 3/5. Okay, so we've got cos of A is negative 3/5. We've worked out using sine squared plus cos squared is 1. And we've also decided it's negative because cos between 180 and 270, where A is negative. Well, let's look at finding sine B. We're going to do a similar, well, sine B is going to be equal to the square root, positive, negative, 1 minus cos B squared. Cos B squared is 25 over 169. So sine B is positive or negative, we'll decide which one in a minute, 144, sorry, not 144, square root of that, 12 over 13. So positive, negative, really, the square root of 144 over 169, which gives you 12 over 13. Is it positive or is it negative? Well, let's have a think. We know it's obtuse, B is obtuse, so I know B has to be between 90 and 180 because it's obtuse. Well, you look at the sine graph, goes up and down, and between 90 and 180 it's positive. So sine B has to be positive. Just think about your sine graph. Sine is always positive between 90 and 180. So sine B is positive 12 over 13. Okay, so we've worked out our cos A value, we've worked out our sine B value. I can now say, okay, cos of A plus B. And handily, I've got the formula booklet snippet there. So cos A plus cos B equals cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Well, so what have we got in this case? Well, cos A, I've got negative 3/5 times cos B, negative 5/13 minus sine A times sine B. So sine A is negative 4/5 and sine B is 12/13. So negative 3 times negative 5, I've got 15/65. Take away negative 48/65. Good bit of arithmetic here. So 15, add 48 now. Take away a negative. Just be careful with negatives. Even at A level, I see lots of errors with this. We've got 63/65. Okay, let's now try and find tan of A minus B. So, well, first of all, it'd be useful to have tan A and tan B. So, tan A, tan B. Well, we know tan is, of course, sine over cos. So, tan A would be sine A, which is negative 4/5 divided by cos A, which we worked out as negative 3/5. So that gives me 4/3. Tan B is sine B, which is 12/13 over cos B, which is negative 5/13. Well, that gives me negative 12/5. And there I have it. Well, I've got tan of A minus B. What is tan of A minus B? Well, let's write it out. I've got my formula down there. I've got tan A minus tan B. Just remember how we write these out. When you're doing these questions, always write this out. Does help. 1 plus tan A tan B. So I've got tan A minus tan B. So 4/3 minus negative 12/5. Let's just be careful with those. Taking away a negative. Don't be silly. 1 plus tan A multiplied by tan B. So you've got 4/3 negative 12/5. And then we can do our calculation. Stick it in the calculator at this stage, really. Or you could do the arithmetic just for fun. Right, just to save time, I'll pop that in the calculator, and I've got negative 56/33. I did do it twice as well, and I got the same answer twice, so always good to do things twice. Let's have a look at cosec A plus B. Well, cosec is, of course, 1 over sine. So sine of A plus B is, let's write it out first. sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So let's just put in our values. So sine of A, negative 4/5. Cos B, negative 5/13. Cos A, negative 3/5. Sine of B, 12/13. So I've got that's 20 over 65 plus negative 36 over 65. So we've got negative 16 over 65. Well, cosec's 1 over sine, so I just take the reciprocal. So cosec of A plus B is negative 65 over 16. Okay, so think about applying your addition trig formulae. We've thought about what sign is cos, what sign is sine, is it positive, negative, and well, I hope that's clear. Okay, well, here's another type of exam question you might find. Express tan 45 minus 30 in terms of tan 15 and tan 30. Well, let's use our formulae. So we've got the negative, so it's going to be tan 45 minus tan 30 all over 1 minus, no, 1 plus, be careful, 1 plus tan 45 tan 30. So let's look at, well, what's tan 15? Well, remember tan 15 is just the same, isn't it, as tan of 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. Okay, so we're going to be using tan 45 and tan 30. So if we remember, yep, that's right, tan 45 degrees is of course 1. Remember those triangles. Tan of 30 degrees is root 3 over 3. So we've got tan 15 must be tan 45 minus tan 30. 1 minus root 3 over 3 over 1 plus 1 times root 3 over 3. Well, we can simplify this. We obviously want to get rid of the surd at the bottom. We want to rationalise our denominator. So what I want to do here is multiply that by 1 minus root 3 over 3 over 1 minus root 3 over 3. Well, what do I get at the top? So I've got 1 minus 2 root 3 over 3. And then I've got negative root 3 over 3 squared. So that's going to be 3 over 9 plus a third. Tidy this all up in a minute. And then at the bottom, what happens? Well, we've got 1 times 1. We've got positive root 3 over 3 minus root 3 over 3 gets rid of that. So we've got just 1 minus a third. Let's tidy this up. It's our opportunity now to tidy it up. So at the top, I've got 4 over 3 plus, or minus, 2 root 3 over 3. All over 2 thirds. Well, we can simplify that, divide each bit by 2 thirds. So 4 thirds divided by 2 thirds, that's 2. And 2 thirds root 3 divided by 2 thirds, well, that's just root 3. So with all that right in, you get the nice result that tan 15 is 2 minus root 3. Okay, well, I hope these applications of the trig addition formula have been clear. Do go back through the examples and look at them again, or any questions you have, feel free to ask. Thank you very much.